Welcome, 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 listeners. Super excited to have you here. Today is a special episode as I have my amazing business partner, Dena Tescher, on with me today. And Dana's kind of new to the whole podcasting scene, right?
Yeah.
You've got a couple under your belt now. You're like a pro.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, yes. But you are so amazingly gifted at many things. And so we're going to talk a little bit about what those things are today. So you and I met through health and wellness. We became friends. I actually would hire Dana to help me with my business software because I had this like big disconnect in my head. And she made it look so stinking easy and was just like, I'd watch her on Zoom and be like, oh my gosh, this girl's amazing. Like, she's like, okay, done. It's all finished. And I'm like, that was like 5 minutes. Like, what the heck? You know, like, where'd you learn how to do that? Anyway, so you have been in the health and wellness field for
20 years.
20 years. Yeah. And you went into it because?
Quite honestly, I went into it because I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Okay.
It was one of those moments, turning point after realizing that sticking with full-time college was not my forte. It was not where my heart had led me. And I knew that I wanted to help people. I strive to make things around me better. So there was a massage therapy school that was having class starting in just a few months, and I applied and thankfully was accepted, and that's really where the ball started rolling downhill for the health and wellness journey. I had my massage practice for probably 4 years, and then started having babies and decided that it was more worth my time to be at home raising babies for the majority of it. And so I would just do it hit and miss with friends, family, and past clients and such, how it worked out. And then just moving into more of the health and wellness journey, realizing what we put in, on, and around us was more prevalent in my family and some of the things that we were going through. And I knew that we needed to shift and remove some of the things that we were exposed to on a regular basis. So after all the girls were finally in school, it was time for me to shift back to where my passion was, and that was my massage clinic. So I opened the doors again, and I was looking for a software that worked seamlessly with my business so I wouldn't have to stop what I was doing.
Yeah.
When I originally had started my business, I would have to manually send out or call to remind people to come. And then they may or may not show up. And in my industry, you don't get paid if people don't show up. And I didn't have a cancellation policy in place. None of those things. I was the Post-it note queen. I would make notes somewhere and I would leave them home. And mind you, I live 40 miles from my office. And so when someone would call and want to talk about these health and wellness things that we were integrating into their massage treatment, was at a loss because I was trying to remember all these Post-it notes that I had.
Yeah.
And that's what introduced me to a software to bring it all together.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know we've talked about this where I run 3 businesses too, and I needed tools and systems in place to free up my time. And you still have littles at home and they need you. Yeah. So you don't really have time to be dialing people up and doing those reminder calls, even to this day, you know? So we talked about like, okay, like this is amazing to have systems and tools in place so that I can then take that 2, 4, 12 hours or whatever I was spending there and leverage that time over here somewhere else that helps to grow my business.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so you've done that. You learned these systems and tools so quick and have leveraged them for the past couple years now, right? And tell me, like, how has it transformed your business?
Oh, the time freedom. Like you were saying, like it's amazing to me how having everything in one spot and me not having to hire someone to do those things. For instance, one weekend, my phone just kept dinging, and my husband looks at me and he says, "What is going on?" I said, "Well, I just had 3 people schedule a massage. They paid for it, and now they've submitted their massage intake forms. So they're ready for their appointments when they show up."
Yay!
And it just kind of blew his mind that I didn't have to pick up the phone. They were able to schedule their appointment. I was able to capture their card and save it on file. They got the confirmation emails and texts. I got the confirmation emails and texts. Everything was in play without me having to pick up the phone.
That's so nice.
And having 4 kids at home, time is essential. And as business owners, we, this is not my only business. We have many other businesses and have other things that we're doing, and streamlining this was a major lift of stress from me, and knowing that I was going to show up to a full roster for the next week or weeks or months, or, because I book out, 6-8 months, 12 months in advance, or 12 weeks in advance. So it's allowed me to have peace at home when I'm home. So that's
amazing.
Yeah.
It's got to feel so good.
Yeah. But really, when I first started utilizing the system, I was in that dire need of, I needed something to work yesterday.
Yeah.
So it was get in there, grind, get it done, and learn. And thankfully, I had mentors, that were kind of stepping me through it. And now I get to be that mentor for people, which is really exciting for me.
I know. This is so exciting. Yeah. Yes. So I love, because you have done the work and you've now learned the tools, utilize the tools in your own business, you now can then see things that you didn't see before, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And I love our partnership, because and this is why I was like, oh my gosh, Dana so has to be on my team. My weaknesses are her amazing strengths, and we partner so well together, because the things that I'm not good at, she's fabulous at. And I was like, please join my team, please. Yeah. And finally she broke down.
Yeah.
But I see, when we come in contact with a business owner, I see your wheels turn, and you're like, oh, you could be leveraging the system for this, and this. And the concept sometimes never even hits them.
Yeah.
It's something they've never thought of. They're like, what? Like, I can have a system that does that for me? And you're like, yeah, like, and this, because it replaces like 15 different softwares. So tell me what you find the most enjoyable about helping other business owners.
Well, I'm going to back up just a second, because Dena is my, the yin and yang.
Yeah, we are, totally.
So she sings my praises, y'all, but this gal can put words and beauty together and just make everything work. So that's why we work so well together. So we make a really good team.
We do.
Yeah, I think it was after the 4th or 5th time that you were like, Dena,
please,
let's do this. And I'm one who kind of has to think through and not even meditate on it, but definitely just digest it for a little bit before I commit. So yeah, I think probably one of my favorite things is seeing the light shift for a business owner that has been in the grind, in the mud, working in the business instead of being able to work on their business, and painting that vision, or help them see the vision that will help them get their time back. It lights me up. Because I've been there. I've had to sit down. I was telling you the other day, and I would have to send out 270 individual text messages to people with promotions and stuff with the company that I was working with, and 45 minutes. Where now I have them all streamlined, and in one system they can get individualized messages from my business, from me, that I can respond to when they have a conversation back and forth. So to paint that vision for another business and entrepreneur is exciting, because when you are in the grind and in the mud, you tend to forget that there might be something out to help you. And as entrepreneurs, we don't ask for help often.
No. And the burnout rate's really high.
Yeah.
You have a lot of business owners throwing in the towel. They just are like, they end up buying a job. We sort of say, like, and you're in the grind, like 90 hours a week. That's no way to live. Everybody around you suffers because you're serving your passion, but everybody else around you is getting the burned out and it's just not feasible. Yeah. And so tell me one of your favorite success stories of one of our clients. that we've been able to help? I mean, there's so many, but
right. So
yeah.
most recently we had an entrepreneur come to us where she had hired an outside agency to build a website and a year ago for a significant amount of money. And I'm talking thousands of dollars. So this website was still not functional. She had a massive course that she was launching in just a short, I think 6 days after we talked to her. And we were able to take her vision, what she wanted, get her set up and streamlined in 4 or 5 days, you know, and connect it to her existing website so they can easily grab her course and content without having to like replace everything, you know. And that was really fun for me.
Yeah, she was in tears when we encountered how like she was just so stressed out and like in tears, about to have a panic attack. And then she told me, oh my goodness, like I had no idea how much weight that carried for me. I have slept like a baby since you guys set me up. And I just thought that is so profound as a business owner, you know, to have the right tools in place to promote your success. So so much fun. And so you and I, we've had our, you know, separate businesses. I come from health and wellness as well. You come from a health and wellness background too. We then said, you know what? Forget that other stuff, right? We are going to dive in and help other entrepreneurs be successful. And that has been our mission since July of 2024. We have a big, hairy, audacious goal of helping 1,000 business owners within the next year. And so tell me what excites you about that.
The change that we can make around us. Not even in our business is going to be amazing. And this is going to probably bring tears to my eyes because I'm so passionate about helping people thrive that giving other people the opportunity that maybe never thought they had that chance to, orphanage comes to mind, or people with fresh water, or a roof over their head, or veterans who are not taken care of. It hurts my heart to know that they're
out there.
They're suffering,
and we could be doing something.
And that's what we're going to do as we change these lives of these 1,000 business owners. We have the opportunity to make changes that will be so profound for people that are just stuck, that they just feel stuck. So I'm really excited about that, and being able to share that with my girls and being able to teach them to pay it forward and do the things that lift, light, and empower those around them. Because we're not successful unless we bring in a group around us. You know, it takes a village.
It takes a village. And what's the point of being up here all by yourself? You want to scoop up everybody and then take them on the journey with you. And that's really what we want to do. We're looking for other entrepreneurs who want to grow and scale up and change and have time freedom and leverage systems and automations so that they can grow, work on something else, like learn a new skill, or do something else in your business that helps to grow you, promote you, or helps other people. And then we all rise up together. Which is going to be so awesome.
It's going to be a beautiful story. So we want you to be a part of our story as we lift, grow, and empower you in your business and your journey.
So when you're ready, give us a call. We want to help. And if you know other business owners that are really looking, you know, for that something to help catapult them forward, we also would love an introduction to them. We do have an amazing affiliate program. And that, you know, maybe you're someone who just wants to make a few extra in residual income. This is also something that we can talk about and discuss with you because we want everybody to win around us. So it's going to be amazing.
It is.
And we're so excited to be along this journey together and with you.
Meet Upleveled Strategies, the most powerful drag and drop website builder, and a funnel or landing page builder with built-in A/B testing and web forms. Oh, and surveys too. Not to mention built on the powerful Google Cloud ecosystem for fast speeds. But wait, that's not all. We also have tons of other features that can literally replace 15 or more of your software subscriptions with just Upleveled Strategies. Drag and drop email builder, check. SMS marketing with drip campaigns, check. Reputation management, check. Two-way text messaging, just like a cell phone with pictures as well. A unified conversations inbox for email, SMS, social media integration like Facebook Messenger, Instagram DMs, Google Business Profile chat, website chat widget, all in one single unified conversations inbox. Isn't that awesome? Well, we've got a lot more. Text to pay, unlimited calendars, appointment meeting reminders, automatic review requests, powerful and fully customizable workflow automations engine allowing you to set up almost any rules to automate almost anything. Ringless voicemail drops, opportunities pipelines, analytics dashboard, reporting, automated calls, call recording, phone dialer, missed call text back. But that's still not all. The list keeps on going. Upleveled Strategies is truly the ultimate all-in-one sales and marketing CRM built just for small businesses like yours. Upleveled Strategies. Automate your business.
All right. Well, welcome back, listeners. So we're going to turn the tables and we're going to talk about and brag on Dena for a hot minute. So as you heard in the beginning of my story, how she invited me to join her vision, and it took a little bit of time. Let's have you tell us a little bit about why you made this pivotal turn to the software.
Yeah. So my journey, so I've been a nurse for 23 years and then ended up in holistics, helping people get healthy the natural way with a heavy role on food sensitivities. So that was really how like eating changed eating and lifestyle changes and how that actually affected people in a very profound way. And so I saw really amazing results with that. I moved from California, Southern California to Dallas, Texas, and then Dallas to St. Louis. And when I moved to St. Louis, I didn't know anybody. And so my business coach told me I should network. I had never networked in my business, so I didn't really know what she was talking about. I'm a total introvert. And so I was like, you want me to what? You know, oh my gosh, like panic sets in, you know, and then I go to a place where it's 100% strangers, so uncomfortable, right? And I met thousands and thousands of amazing business owners. And I noticed we all have a common problem. We're really good at what we're good at, but we're not so good at keeping track of our business. Mm-hmm. We stink at things like follow-ups, keeping track of who we've talked to and who we haven't. The leads that we get, they're like in piles on Post-it notes, or, you know, like in business cards in a pile. They're not even like in a thing, you know? And so I was like, you know, wouldn't it be great if we had a tool? And I run 3 businesses, so I needed tools myself. And one of my business coach, one of the things that she suggested for me was getting a CRM. And I was like, I don't know what that is. You know, and she goes, it's a customer relationship management tool. And I was like, oh, okay. So I found like the cheapest one I could get because I wasn't really that great at like the technology part of things. And it was really hard to use. Yeah. And I didn't like it. Yeah. And to me, it felt awkward and bulky and like it didn't have a flow. And then I tried another one. And that one was okay. And then I found one that I kind of liked, and I started utilizing it. And I was like, this is like a game changer for me, right? And then I said, hey, can I do like campaigns and emails with it? And they were like, no. And I was like, okay, yeah, you know. So I got all this momentum and learned, which was huge because you know, as a business owner, you have to take time out to learn a new tool, and then you've got to leverage the tool correctly. And so like I jumped to like 5 different ones. And finally I ended up in a training with Grant Cardone, and he was like, you should just buy a marketing company. And I was like, okay. And so I did. But then I got into some sticky spots where I didn't, the tech would kind of hang me up. And so that's when I would reach out to you, like, hey, because Dana knew the tool really, really well. And I was like, dude, she's like a master at this. Look at this genius to just make it all pretty. And like, it was just flowing and it would work. And I was like, this is great.
And you had all the tools that you needed, that you were like
did.
one from each one of your other ones.
I had so many tools, I didn't even know what to do with them all. Like the cool thing is it was a tool that I could grow into. And I just thought that was so amazing because all the other ones I had grown out of. And that was frustrating.
Yeah, I bet. So have you had a response from your current clientele or current customers with, now that you have implemented this software into your businesses and streamlined this stuff? Have you heard or any feedback from them?
I know that it's interesting because I use the tool to keep up with all of my networking and my business and all that fun stuff. And I think it's interesting because people are always like, you're so busy. And I'm like, I am? Because I'm really not. I don't feel busy.
Yeah.
But it's the tool. And that's what I love is they see me putting in all this work. And it's really my automations that are working.
Yeah.
I put in the work up front, but then I get to utilize the work over a long period of time. So I love being able to leverage that.
And the same system, is consistent with each one.
Yeah. So I think that's amazing. I feel like I got a big, huge chunk of my life back because of the tool. Like I can run my 3 businesses in 3 days a week, which is really nice.
Yeah. And being able to do it from anywhere.
Anywhere.
You can open up your computer or open up your phone and be able to do it from literally
anywhere. And like you and I, we've traveled. We were just in Vegas a couple weeks ago. I'm now in North Dakota. I don't think I didn't go anywhere in between, but home. But, it's nice to be able to, pull up the tool from my phone and anywhere and have all my knowledge, everything about my business at my fingertips, which is amazing.
Yeah. Especially for mobile businesses that truly are mobile every day.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What is your biggest excitement?
I think my biggest excitement is going to be what I'm going to be able to do with the extra money that we make. So I see us being able to help orphans, feed the hungry, get homelessness under control, and really make a huge, profound difference in the community, which is awesome. I think, we're put on the earth and given a plan and a purpose. And when we're able to live out that plan and purpose authentically to who we are, that is such a profound gift. And being able to see, like, I love being able to see the growth in our subscribers that we currently have in our business. Like, we've already seen profound shifts in how they run their businesses, and it's a game changer for them. And we see them get their time back, and we see them be able to spend time with their loved ones and be able to take a break and travel now, where they felt like they couldn't before. That's huge. And then I think it's awesome because we will all grow together, like as we rise up other leaders, and we get to pay it forward. And I think that's it's just like food for my soul.
Yeah. And often, people will say, oh, I want to help with hunger or orphans and feed the hungry. Those are such huge demands, right? Yeah. And as our goal grows and our business grows, bringing other people into that vision so they too can help do that. So it's not just our business. It's the businesses that we bring on that give us the opportunity to do these big audacious things that most people will say, oh, that's just too big. But
what happens when we partner together? We get to change more lives, and I think that's part of it too. I'm all about like relationships. I work really hard to find strengths in others, and especially, and this is why I'm attracted to Dena, is because I see her strengths. She's an amazing mom. She has an awesome family, and you can see how your morals, your compass, your beliefs, those all flow into all that, and it flows into your business too. And so I know that I'm partnered with someone who's got integrity, who is spiritually sound, and is on an amazing path.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is then we get to go, okay, now who are we going to scoop up and bring with us?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's awesome.
And build the dream together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So with our current subscriber list, what is your favorite story? Like, what is one that stands out for you?
I think one of my favorite stories, and it's one of our very first clients, and our client had a website that was so boggy and slow, and so that we did not build.
Mm-hmm.
That was brought over with him, and it broke. It broke one day, and he didn't even know it. And we, because we are who we are, had built it out because we knew that it was boggy and slow, and one day he was going to need it. We had it already built out, so all we literally had to do was flip the switch. I think he was like so excited, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys did that.
Yeah.
That is so cool. But that's just who we are. We are those people that see ahead, that have that discernment, that care, because we want the best for your clients. That client experience for your clients is just as much like, a part of us too,
right,
and a reflection of us. So
right.
Yeah, and so I just love that.
And even to add on to that, because he was paying for Google ads to boost his algorithm to the top, and when we fixed his website and had it functioning like it was supposed to, now he's populating automatically with the search engines, like he should have been organically.
Mm-hmm.
So that not needing to purchase those extra ads, that was,
I know, that's
amazing.
So amazing. Cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And getting to know the people that we're working with, on a deeper level. They're not just subscribers. They're not just clients. They become friends, and family. We know what they're struggling with, things happen. So that has been an interesting shift for me too.
I love it.
So what is most exciting to you as we move forward?
I am super excited about the people we will meet and the relationships that we will create. That is one of the most exciting things for me. Apart from, because it's obvious, like I want to make an impact in the world, but one of the things that I feel is most impactful is relationships. They're everything to us, and building relationships and having those profound connections with people. I think, there's times where it's lonely in entrepreneurship world, where you're like, I feel like I'm the only one that suffers from and then you find out like, oh my gosh, 90,000 people have the same problem. Like, I don't know what software to choose either, or whatever. Right. And then you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm part of a connection in a community.
Right.
And so I do really, I love meeting new people. I love developing those relationships. So I think that's one of the things that I'm most excited about moving forward.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And earlier you mentioned, being an introvert, and owning a business, you're forced out of that comfort zone. Oh. So, and she probably doesn't know this. I am too. Like I love people, but I love to go home.
Yeah.
I will probably opt to stay home if I have the chance. But being pushed outside your comfort zone, removing that limitation or that limit that maybe you have set on yourself or your business because you've hit this threshold, by implementing things that help you strategize and strategically move forward, your ceiling lifts, not with you, as us, saying, oh, that ceiling's got to come up. Mm-hmm. Well, we have the systems in place that allow that to happen. Yeah. So that's, being an introvert definitely has its challenge, and it removing that limitation as we move forward to bring in other people.
I think too, like business ownership in general is a really get out of the way kind of because I was the girl who would ditch school if we had a presentation due. Like I would convince my mom, like, please don't make me go to school. Like they're going to make me do a presentation. I just can't do it, and it would give me so much anxiety. And then I got into my health and wellness business. And then I remember one day I was at one of my jobs at work, nursing. I worked in IT for a little bit. And they were like, you're going to need to go ahead and teach the doctors how to do their progress notes. You're going to be running point on the presentations. And before, another girl would do it, but she decided she was going to go back to school. And so the day that she was going to be at school was the day that we had to do the presentation. And I was like, no, you don't understand. Like, I don't do that. And my boss came to me and she was like, well, Tammy wrote the manual, so you're going to need to do it. And I was like, like, write the manual or do the presentation? I don't know what's worse. Right. And so then I remember standing in my kitchen going, God, you're not funny. Like, that's not funny. Because you're forced out of your comfort zone so many times as a business owner. Mm-hmm. You've got to push through if you want the growth. You've got to get out of your own way, and I did it. And I was like, oh, I survived. Like, imagine that, like it was a whole new concept. Like, I didn't die giving the presentation. Like, that I like 150,000,000% introvert. And most people, when I meet them, they're like, you're an introvert. And I'm like, honey, this is a lot of practice.
Yeah. As a business owner, you get the make it or break it mentality.
You have to overcome a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yes. Well, I'm very excited to be on this journey with you. And I'm so thankful for that you were not giving up.
I didn't give up.
You were relentless in your pursuit.
I was until Dusty. Thank you. He's like, come on, Dana, you should do it.
Yeah.
Like, yes, Dusty, thank you.
Yes. She's awesome. Got a beautiful family. And like she mentioned before, our morals and integrity align. So it's a very fun partnership, and we look forward to moving forward and bringing all of you in with us.
You too. Yes. Come on in.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.